so much fun. Okay, so welcome back to Disaster Kitchen, and this time I'm going to make a coconut swirl bread. And I got the idea from a friend of mine, we call her Aunty Bessy. She made it, it tastes really good, so I decided I'm going to give it a little shot. So the recipe is a combination of hers and my mother's. This is not my original recipe. So for this I'm going to use 3 pounds of baker's flour, about a teaspoon of the cinnamon is going to be used, but I'm going to be used with the coconut. I'll have to show you that later on. I have about a tablespoon of salt, a dash of yeast. I'm not going to use too much of that yeast, really. And we have butter and lard. In Trinidad we just call it cooking. And please note, we are not sponsored. None of these brands are sponsoring us or anything, but these are just the ingredients that I'm going to be using, and these happen to be the lucky people who in our video. Yeah, excuse me. And I'm going to be using, here I have a cup of sugar, but that sugar is going to be going with this coconut. This coconut is going to, of course, be making the swirl. And as you can see, this coconut is just about the size of a baseball if you live in America. But it's the size of, it's just bigger, a little bit bigger than a wind ball or a tennis ball. In Trinidad we call it a wind ball. So that is the size of the coconut I'm going to be using. And what I'm going to do first is just make a simple dough, simple bread dough, and then I'm going to put a nice little twist on it with the coconut and use it to make my swirl. And of course I have some food coloring here, pink food coloring, so that'll be a nice contrast to the white. Alright, so bear with me because I'm kind of flying solo today, and I'm going to have to, you know, put these things together as well as, you know, man the camera. So yeah, bear with me a little bit. Alright, so here goes. I have to actually use all the yeast. And I'm putting this together the way I was taught, you know, by my mom. A little bit of this salt. I don't want to overdo it with the salt. That's a kind of a thing with me, really. Me and salt. Kind of a love-hate relationship. But it's all good. Yeah, I'm putting these things together according to, you know, how I was taught by my mom, and now I have to unwrap this. I'm going to be using all of these, so I may cut out, I may not. But like I said, I had to man the camera and do this at the same time, which is not an easy task. What I'll do is just move it over here. Alright. Be sure to remove all of this paper, right? So don't worry, don't kill me in the comment section. And be sure to remove this paper. And right, because paper is not a part of the recipe. So that's that. I have that part, and now I'm going to get my butter in there. Real nice. Oh, no, notice I have some measurements here. Okay, but that's not very important for me today because I'm going to be using all of it. And I'm going to keep this. And if you're from Trinidad, you know why I'm keeping this, right? This is going to grease the pan. Yes, this is going to grease those bread pans so that, you know, the bread wouldn't stick to it. Right, so nothing is going to waste. I'm going to put this right over here. Now I need to just put a little bit of the sugar, and then I'm going to have to put my hand in there and get the kneading. Don't worry, my hands are clean, fingernails are nice and clean. So, and to knead, I have some water already warm. I'm going to be using warm water. That's going to help to activate the yeast and everything and get a nice texture, nice fluffy dough for my bread. Right? So I'll get back to that and I'll show you what that looks like when we get to that stage. So this is the stage we're at right now. I just finished kneading my dough ball. I'm sorry you couldn't see the process. My uncle said once, if you could clean the bowl and not leave any residue or any parts of the dough in the bowl, that means you're good at what you're doing. I have a very little on my hand. It's not much, but it's fairly clean. And this isn't the smoothest dough ball I have ever done, but it's been a while since I knead flour, so it is what it is. I'm going to cover this down and give it time to rise. And while that is rising, I'm going to start to prepare the coconut so that could get to put it together with this. It's a time sensitive thing, so I have to kind of gauge to make sure that this rises to where I want it to be, and then I could see about putting it together with the coconut and getting it ready to bake. Right, so like I said, this is going to get some time to rise, and then when we reach that stage, you'll see what the process looks like. Okay, so I have the dough here rising, and while that is rising, I'm going to start to prepare the coconut. And coconut, like I say, is about the size of a baseball, or a little bit more than a tennis ball, or in Trinidad as we call it, a wind ball. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to bust this coconut open and then dig out the pulp inside, and I'm going to grate that. And I have to grate it on this side of the grater, not this side, not this side, not that side, but on this side. And this is one of the things that I really don't like doing, but it is what it is. Like I was saying, regrettably, you wouldn't see my technique to bust this coconut open. In Trinidad, we just smash it on the ground, pick it up, wash it, grate it, and you go. However, I don't like the digging out part. Many times I get cut while I'm doing it, and I don't want to get cut. So what I do, I have a little technique where instead of just smashing it on the ground, I have a way I gently hit it, and the coconut actually separates from this hard shell without the use of a knife. If I am successful in that, well, hooray for me. Just sorry you can't get to see the process, right? So I'm going to get this coconut out so that I can get to prepare it while my dough is rising. Okay, so this is the most cliche shot of a coconut you could get. I wasn't even trying to get it like this, but it thing break in almost a decent half. Anyway, this is the result. So now I have to go and dig it out and start the grating process. So I can't believe the coconut actually break like that. I think I'm going to smash it on the ground again and just break it up in some smaller pieces so it will be easy to deal with. Alright, so on to the next one. So there, I've just finished grating the coconut. Yeah, you can see that. And the coconut is going to be combined with the sugar and the cinnamon and a drop of water, not much water at all, just a little bit of water. I'm going to do that in this iron pot. No, it's not going to be no shiny iron pot. This is what we have here, and this is ideal. So the coconut is going to be combined with those ingredients like I just said, and I want to make sure that my dough is ready before I prepare this, because as soon as this is ready, I don't want for this to get hard or anything like that. I want to be able to just put it in a manageable state, put it directly into the dough and roll it up together and put it to bake. So everything is going to be pivotal on the dough. When the dough reaches the ideal size, then we will move forward from there. Alright, so once we hit that stage, we'll be back. Alright, so here we are with the coconut. My dough ball is rising really nice, and pretty soon I'm going to uncover this and cut it in half. And of course it's 2 bread I'm going to be making, so I'm going to prep that, and I'm going to start to prepare this coconut. I'm heating up a pot right now. I'm going to put the coconut in there with the sugar and a little bit of water and some coloring to get it in the color that I like, some food coloring. So I'm about to start that process. I'll let you all see what it's like, you know, when we get to that. Okay, so bear with me. I've spread out this dough ball. I cut the dough in half, and then I spread out this dough ball nice and flat. And I'm going to prepare the coconut, color it, make sure it gets to the texture that I want it to get to, and then I'm going to spread this all around this thing here, all around this dough. I'm going to roll it up really nice and then set it into the pan so that it will rise. I'll leave it to rise again in the pan for a little while. Alright? So I'm sorry because I'm flying solo this time. You can't get to, you know, see me put it together, but you know, it is what it is, and I'm trying to make sure I deliver this one to you all. Okay, so just a quick look. This is what it looks like, and I'm about to take this off and put it on the dough and roll it together, okay? Alright, like I said, I'm flying solo today, so bear with me, guys. Okay, so this is what it looks like at this stage. If you could get a little peek, you'll see the coconut right there. I rolled it in. I had the dough laid out, and then I spread the coconut, my coconut mixture on it, and then I roll it in and make sure that it fits well inside of the bread pans. So now I'm going to leave this to sit again, maybe for about the next half hour to 45 minutes. Let it rise somewhat. Then I'm going to put it in the oven, and I'm going to preheat that oven to 350 degrees and let it bake until I get that nice golden brown cover on top. And of course it has to sit and wait before we could, you know, consume it and stuff. But when we reach that, of course you'll get to see what it's like. Like Joshua said just now, the aroma was really nice with the coconut. And there's a little peek at what it looked like here off of the spoon. Yeah, well looking at it on my finger, it looked like, you know, I just bust my finger open. But that's actually coconut there. The coloring we use is pink. You know, Elizabeth picked out the pink. And you'll get to see what this looks like when it's done. Alright, so this is it. Yeah, so this is it here. And I'm going to take it from here and put it in the oven. It's already preheated, 350. So I'm going to take this and put it into the oven. And of course we'll monitor it as it progresses. I don't want to put it too far. I'm going to put it right here so it will be easy to reach when I need to get it out. Yeah. It's rise enough. I'm going to start a twist so that it wouldn't fall in between the grill, or in between the rack, I should say. So it's going to sit inside there, and it is going to be baking for like, well, until it turns a nice golden brown top. Right? Yeah, just for playing Fortnite. So when we reach that stage, I'll let y'all know. So I just took the bread out of the oven, and this is what they look like. Of course, there's just some of the coconut here that you're seeing. When we take it out and I slice into it, then you'll get to see the swirl. So just like you know, it's a bit deceiving because it will look like normal bread, right? But nothing's normal once Prime has prepared it. So we'll give this some time to cool, maybe 30 minutes or so, and then I will take them out of the pan, let them cool a little more, and then we could slice into it. And I could already anticipate putting peanut butter in this thing. It's going to taste heavenly. What? Yeah, man. 30 minutes? 30 minutes. And then after more than 30 minutes? Yep. So this is what happened, folks. Part of it stuck inside. Which I don't understand why, because I greased the pan nice and plentiful. Josh is having a field day. So it came out like this. So we had a bit of a disaster in Disaster Kitchen.
That's why
However,
they call it Disaster Kitchen there, in case they make a disaster. That's how they call it that, you know.
Just for explaining him. But this one came out well. This one came out well. You can see where the swirl ended, and I have it on top of this bread pan here, just cooling. and that is the result. So a little bit later we'll cut it in some slices and I'll show you what that looks like too. It was going so well, but anyway, just as keep eating the chef's treat. Okay folks, so this is what it looks like. This is the end result. It looks more like a coconut stuffed instead of coconut swirl, but you know, that's what it looks like. That's how it turned out. I'm not going to hide anything. I'm pretty satisfied with it. This one, like I said, is the one that got stuck, so that's why the end result probably looking like this. I haven't cut this one yet, but when I cut that one, I'll be sure to have some photos of that one as well, okay?